Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Maeve and wanted to share and formally introduce you to my guide, Amora, that I've been channeling. I feel like it's really important to kind of understand a little bit more about the background of how this unfolded for me and who she is and my direct connection to her. Back in when I originally started channeling, I would hear who or feel who was coming in as an ascended master. And when each one of them would come, I always knew that there was someone orchestrating that, facilitating that when they would come. Each one of them would give me their mixture, their blend, their vibration of their wisdom. And then they would link up with these other ascended masters and merge all of their information together. Eventually, I had a reading done with a Stargate channeler. I knew from that reading that I had an aspect of myself that was a what they called a permanent fixture of my beingness in the Alcazar group that is a group of universal masters. So I kind of kept this in the background. And the reason that even came up was because I had asked what the connection was because it felt so similar to their channelings that I couldn't quite put my finger on it and didn't make sense. So I had this information put in the background and I had my curiosities peak every so often, but I knew that I was channeling these masters and had a deep connection with them, that I'm here to be an ambassador of their consciousness and their words and their wisdom, and that I have the ability to access their memories. As I kept going on my journey, I was grounded in enough of what I was receiving because of the beautiful energies that would come with it that I didn't feel like I needed to know exactly what that meant. So let's roll to Thanksgiving this year. I had gone to an intensive through Stargate workshop, and they brought in our star families. When I did this, I was taken to different constellations in the galaxy. And I knew that it didn't quite mean my star families. After that event that day, I was feeling like this was a part of my beingness, my aspect that's in the Alcazar group. I was asking, is this a divine feminine counterpart to Alcazar? Who is this? What is this? I was feeling more that this being was a divine feminine representation than anything like a counterpart to him. As I asked who this is, I heard the name Amora. Amora. And I felt this just very beautiful light presence around me. And the next day, I went to lunch and was able to have a chat with Alcazar. I asked him about this, and he told me that it was time for me to know that I was ready, and this was important in my journey right now for me to know who she is, and that if I asked, I would get a name. So I asked if this was Amora. He said, yes, that is her name. During this, I'm just bawling, sobbing in this knowing, this remembrance, this beauty. And she's a powerhouse. The energy just filled up the room, my entire body. I'll go back to that part in a minute. When I was asking him, he said that this being is an overseer, an oversoul of all the ascended masters. In particular, the Sisterhood of the Rose. She has a deep connection and imprint to them. So it clicked for me. It took about 6 weeks for me to fully integrate that experience, the depth of that. When I left that day, I was driving from Shasta to mid California. And the whole time, I didn't feel like I was on this planet with how strong the energies were. I was here, but halfway in through the consciousness because of how powerful it was. And it was emerging in my soul, in this body, in this incarnation, her frequencies, her knowingness on a deeper level than I've experienced. And while I've been channeling her this entire time, it was just this magical, mind blowing moment of energies wanting to percolate into my cells. She is an aspect of myself, and we are here to help support humanity. I am kind of the boots on the ground for her. I can feel her wanting to come in and talk, so I will step aside in just a moment and allow her to share some words. I just wanted to share this because I think it's really important as we all remember our soul matrix, our soul blueprint, to understand the depths of we are so much more than this human body and who we think we are. So without further ado, I'm going to step aside and allow her to share a few words. Beloved ones, I am Amora. It is a great honor and privilege to connect with you through this one. We've been planning this for eons, for this to occur now through her presence. As you see, for her, her first incarnation on this planet was as a Lemurian. And when Lemuria surfaced, it was a beautiful paradise. This was a dream to experience this paradise on Earth. Your Terra, your Gaia, the Blue Pearl. She has many names, many forms. This one has been a cosmic traveler. This is one of her specialties, where she goes to the various planets being created and surfaced so that I may have a direct line and experience into the unfolding and historical context within a specific embodiment of that being. Otherwise, as a master, a universal master, I would not quite know or understand the depths and the layers that are being involved. And so this one is a boots on the ground, so to speak, a witness through her eyes to see the beauty of what unfolds within these planetary creations. So for Gaia herself, she chose to be here to help support humanity and experience this vast creation. For as you see the group of beings within these universal masters create these visions for the universe that you are in. When we gather together, we put into manifestation a creation of what we feel we would like to experience this time, what we would like to see. And so, as a part of our soul matrix, we have specific individuals that specialize in moving about the planets and different creations within that universe to explore. We want to explore, to know, to see. And so it's an honor to witness each and every one of you through this one's eyes. For you, beloveds, have no idea the beauty of who you truly are. And it is quite an honor to feel you through this one, to see you through this one. Your light, your essence, your beauty, the way that you shine, even when you think you are not. We love you immensely. Take a moment and just feel the love that we're sending to you now, the love that we wrap around you, just wanting you to know that you are not alone. You never have been alone. And we are ready to embrace you, to welcome back your light into its full depths in this body, in this incarnation. Are you ready? You are indeed. We love you. We are with you always.